Vibes Promotion in association with the Black Arts Production Theatre are proud to present a Black History Month special celebrating great Caribbean nationals of the 20th century. Word power! The Right Honourable Robert Nesta Marley, musician, philosopher and human rights activist.
Can I say, that I found listening to Marley growing up that first of all it wasn't a religion. Yeah, I found it was a knowledge. Yeah, what he was dealing with was a knowledge, a deep knowledge that went beyond knowledge. Sitting down, listening to Marley made me to sit back and think, boy, what's this man talking about? Yeah, it made me to check myself. It made me to check my surroundings. It made me to check others. It made me to check out this deep understanding that's in this world. Yeah. So this thing is continuous. Yeah, and this is why this man can never be matched. There's never been a second Marley or a third Marley, something near him, near the music. Yeah, something was special. You know, it was divine. Yeah.
Well, you used the word divine. I didn't. Yes. The question that I think that we need to address when we talk about Marley and religion, I fear, is how has his beliefs been translated into present-day society, particularly amongst young people. I move around London quite a bit, and in the 50 years or so that I've been living in London, I've not seen the Rastafarian community as strong as it is today. And I think that that has something to do with what you described as the Prophet himself. You know, there's something otherworldly about his work. It transcends time effortlessly. If we look at, as a comparison, take the bard Shakespeare, a 16th century individual. The fact that his work survives today and is still popular today has more to do with the state embracing and propagating that through its various institutions, whether they be schools, universities, or whatever, as distinct from the kind of activity you see here tonight, which is just us, a group of ordinary people, celebrating Marley. You know?
I think what you're saying is that Marley's music has its own energy force, which is eternal, basically.
Yeah, I think that possibly sums it up very nicely. Thank you for that. That's really good. I'm conscious that you guys don't want to be here too late, and I don't want to keep you too late at all. So, if I can, I'd like to remind you that this is only one of two events that we're having this Black History Month. We've got a concert planned for Saturday of this week. It's a tribute concert to Bob Marley. We have what I would call foundation and groundation artists on the program. People like Little Roy, Winston Reedy, Joy Mack, who is here in the audience. These are people who have been very much at the forefront of the reggae genre in my time and continue to be. At that concert we are going to celebrate big time Marley's work, and I would encourage you to come and join us. And I've got tickets. So, without much further ado, I'd like to thank you all so very much for coming to share this hour with us. I hope that you found it a little bit more than interesting. I hope that there's something there, a germ of something that you may come back to I certainly hope to come back to it next year, when I'm looking forward to an event.
I have a question.
Oh, please.
My question would be is, what sort of plans we actually have to sort of propagate this, these values that we so much recognize throughout not only this generation but the generation after us? What sort of plans or what sort of ideas do we have for that to actually happen? Because that is how Shakespeare has been maintained and actually become to be recognized by the state also in terms of his work, that they do it in plays, they do it in books. What sort of plans do we have to pass these values on?
That's what I've been asking you all evening. So I don't mean to be rude, but
Well, I've told you exactly in terms of from my perspective how, I'm 42. I'm
Yes.
42 at this moment, but the reason why those values have actually still been with me and has actually defined my life is because it was a household name,
precisely.
right? So, that was a recognition of the value of it by my parents, right? And it has become a part of my character. So what are we planning, not only individual in sort of pockets, but really as an idea that can spread through and actually, have its hold and maintain for generation to come?
Oh, can I grab hold of
Can I
that?
just
Yes,
add on to
please,
that?
please.
I think, to answer your question, the key to that is education. Because I'm not Jamaican, but I have a lot of Jamaican friends. And my generation associated Bob Marley to the split smoking bar. But my younger brothers and sisters, who are 8 to 9, they know about Bob Marley more than I do.
But the fact that they're old and they're out working in the fields and they're working in Dublin. I said, take note, because you don't need to see that we are doing this only, but they have to see that. They have to see what we do, because this generation is being, wimpified. They're all wimps, because racism doesn't really exist. Everything's really nice, right? They're blinkered, they can't really see what's going on, because they're kind of dumbed down. And we are helping them to get dumbed down, because we don't have to fight, we don't have anything to fight against. We don't have
But we used to fight. Sorry, can I ask something?
Segregation helps a lot.
From what you're saying, because I work in the education system, and we're trying to promote something and trying to put something that's not already there, when what we already had, things like Mary Seacole, was taken out. There were things where they had, when you could go onto the Voice newspaper, you could go onto the internet, and you could sign these pledges to say that you don't want these things to be taken out of our history. But not enough black people did that. So we're here saying that we want to promote, but what we had, we lost. So how do we stop what's already there? So but what I'm saying is, but then it has to be, I think that we can be quite complacent and quite lazy, because we talk a good talk and we do a lot of this front room talking, but actually when it comes to the real, when you actually need to go to the right places, we're not there and we're not saying anything.
Well, I tell you something,
So I
sister,
think
I can stand up and be counted. And I think the middle tiara, like yourselves, and a little bit younger, they're the one who should have carried on the mantle, because there are many of us sisters, and we had a united black women action group in Haringey, and we stood up
in the bigger picture, because you're fighting against a whole system. Yes? Right? And that is why you need, right, a community that embraces the principles that this gentleman was talking about, right, to support that home learning. Because the home learning is not going to be enough. If that was the case, we would have control of what's going on with our children. Because they're being bombarded left, right and centre, you need a structure. You need something.
I agree, but
sorry,
I think
let this lady speak.
No, I just want, it's not what you started talking about. When you spoke about Bob Marley and religion, okay, religion teaches you to look for a God outside of yourself, in the sky. But Bob Marley taught us spirituality, to look for the God within ourselves. So that's why I wouldn't put religion and Bob Marley in the same sentence, as a way of life. But definitely from what I got from
But
him, it's more spiritual.
did he put religion as a part of it? So if Bob Marley himself put religion as a part of what made him him, then how can we then separate it? You know,
But I think it's more spirituality.
I know, but the man himself, he was spiritual, but
outside. To the God outside, but Bob Marley's message was look to the God within.
I was very interested in what the gentleman at the back said earlier about what plans have we got. I think that's probably where we need to start.
There's a lot of ideas.
There are lots of ideas, but then how do we translate those ideas into something concrete?
Take it with the sister and you also. There's a lot of ideas, but we need, and that's why I believe in the branding in terms of within that community. And when I say use the word branding, right? Within that community, we need to actually make sure we have that foundation in that community, because the system, we have to create that system. We have to change and evolve and create that new system that our people can grow within and actually accept themselves within.
That means work.
And
so who's going to do the work?
We need to do it. We need to accept responsibility for it.
Okay, so we are going to accept responsibility for it? So what are you advocating? Some new structure? Some new organisation that has got this as an objective?
Well, no, one of the things I'm saying, I'm not talking about the new structure. The young lady here, the young lady here, one of the points that she raised, if like those who are in dance, it's the same value, right? Those who are in dance, you can pass those values on within that system, right? Those who do in terms of the music, we need to actually, brand it within those ideas. We have different ways we can actually do it until we have it collectively together.
Okay, fair enough.
As a start, can I propose that this is just the beginning?
Yes, it is.
Just the beginning. Yes. If you share the experience of the Hindu society in Nesta, we started off with Diwali as a mela for the young people, and now it's become an international affair in whole of England. And I think this cricket concert is a wonderful thing, but it shouldn't just stop there. I think you need to do it, and you need to attack it, not attack it, but embrace it from every angle, whether it's from your parents, from education, from dancing, and maybe wives can take a lead.
I agree, ma'am.
Final comment.
Please,
yeah, I just want to congratulate Clifford for putting on this event to do with Bob Marley and what he represented. Because for me, Bob Marley was much more than a musician. I think his words go beyond just mere words, because his words was African. And what Bob Marley represented, I think what Clifford is doing kind of speaks to what I wanted to see, to see Bob Marley even above Shakespeare, even better than that, because he was political. I think he was the embodiment of what we need to be doing as people. And whenever you hear his music, it's like you're hearing, it's like his presence is even here. And the song that Alpha Mare's song is my favourite anthem of Bob Marley, very much so, because it addresses, it sums up everything we need to do. I think I got the back end of the conversation about how you're going to do it, and people are wondering, well, like you said, have no fear. Sure. If the fear is there, then nothing's going to happen. Indeed. Just going to do it. But again, I'd like to congratulate World Vibe Promotion for putting on this event. And I've been part of helping to push it as well, but I hadn't an event and I just got here, but I'm sure it was a fantastic conversation. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to have to bring us now to a close, because we are getting close to the...
I'm just going to tell you what Bob Marley said. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None of ourselves can free our mind. I'm not here for atomic energy, cause none of them can stop the time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Some say it's just a part of it. We got to fulfill the book. Won't you tell me this? Another song of freedom. That's all I ever had. Redemption song.